Scotland, a land where mist kisses the mountains, legends whisper through the glens, and history clings to every stone. From royal castles perched high on ancient cliffs to fairy tale villages lost in time, this is a place where every step tells a story. Welcome to a journey through one of the most mesmerizing countries on Earth. We'll uncover the top 10 most searched and most iconic places to visit in Scotland, destinations that have captured the hearts of millions worldwide. So grab your passport, charge your camera, and let your spirit of adventure lead the way. Whether you dream of walking through medieval cities, chasing waterfalls, or standing in the silence of misty lochs, it's all here. This is Scotland, as you've never seen it before. Edinburgh, Scotland's royal jewel. Edinburgh, the capital city of Scotland, is a masterpiece where history, culture, and architecture blend into one majestic experience. The city rises and falls across volcanic hills, with a skyline that looks like it's been pulled straight from the pages of a fantasy novel. At its heart stands the legendary Edinburgh Castle, perched dramatically atop Castle Rock. This fortress is more than just an architectural marvel. It's a living monument to Scotland's turbulent and royal past. Inside, you'll find the crown jewels of Scotland, the ancient Stone of Destiny, the Great Hall, and stories of prisoners once held in its vaults. From its ramparts, visitors are treated to panoramic views of the entire city, rolling out like a royal carpet below. Continue your walk to the Palace of Holyrood House, the official Scottish residence of the British monarch. Its regal halls, ancient ruins, and manicured gardens have hosted royals for centuries, from Mary, Queen of Scots, to modern monarchs. And just beyond the palace rises Arthur's Seat, an ancient volcano and the highest point in Holyrood Park. The climb is moderately challenging, but the reward is one of the best panoramic views in all of Scotland. Standing at the summit at sunrise or sunset, you feel completely connected to the soul of this city. In the heart of the Royal Mile stands St. Giles Cathedral, also known as the High Kirk of Edinburgh. With its intricate Gothic architecture, stained glass windows, and the famed Thistle Chapel, it's a sanctuary of quiet reverence amidst the city's energy. Each stone here speaks of spiritual devotion and centuries of worship. For those seeking tranquility, a short walk leads to the fairy tale-like Dean Village. Tucked beside the Water of Leith, this hidden gem offers a peaceful escape from the bustling old town. Stone cottages, ivy-covered bridges, and a gentle river make it one of Edinburgh's most photogenic and peaceful spots, a true hidden oasis. But Edinburgh isn't just about ancient walls and royal tales. It's also a city alive with art, culture, and vibrant festivals. Every August, the city explodes into celebration during the Edinburgh Festival Fringe, the largest arts festival in the world. No trip to Edinburgh would be complete without indulging in its local flavours. From cosy pubs serving haggis, neeps and tatties, to gourmet eateries and modern Scottish cuisine, the food scene is as rich as its heritage. Whisky lovers must visit the Scotch Whisky Experience, where you can learn about Scotland's 5 whisky-producing regions and taste some of the finest single malts, while surrounded by the world's largest collection of Scotch whisky bottles. Isle of Skye, Scotland's dreamland. The Isle of Skye is one of Scotland's most breathtaking destinations, a place where reality and myth seem to blur. Located on the country's rugged west coast, this island is a land of towering mountains, hidden waterfalls, ancient castles, and dramatic sea cliffs. As soon as you arrive, either by the scenic Skye Bridge or by ferry, you'll feel like you've stepped into a fantasy world. Start your journey in Portree, the island's main town, with its colourful harbour buildings and lively coastal vibe. It's a cosy place to grab some local seafood, explore small art galleries, or enjoy a warm drink before heading into the wild beauty that defines Skye. One of the most famous landmarks here is the Old Man of Storr, a tall, rocky pinnacle that rises dramatically from the landscape. It's part of the Trottenish Ridge and offers sweeping views of the island. Whether shrouded in mist or glowing in golden sunlight, this place is truly unforgettable. Just north, the surreal terrain of the Quiraing offers more cinematic views, with landslides, cliffs, and winding paths that seem to go on forever. If you believe in magic, visit the enchanting Fairy Glen. This small valley near Uig features grassy cone-shaped hills and mysterious spiral patterns in the earth, a landscape that feels like it belongs in a fairy tale. And not far from there, the fairy pools, with their crystal-clear, turquoise waters flowing from the Quillan Mountains, invite visitors to walk, photograph, or even take a brave dip in the icy water. The Isle of Skye isn't just a feast for the eyes, it's a place that speaks to the soul. With its untouched beauty, rich Gaelic culture, and peaceful silence, it offers something rare: true escape. Whether you're chasing legends, hiking the hills, or simply watching the sky change over the sea, Skye will stay with you long after you leave. 3. Loch Ness. Legend of the deep nestled in the heart of the Scottish Highlands lies Loch Ness, one of the most mysterious and iconic places in the world. Stretching over 23 miles and plunging to depths of nearly 230 meters, it's not just one of Scotland's largest freshwater lochs. It's a place where myths live and legends breathe. The moment you stand at its shores, a sense of ancient wonder fills the air. Fog dances across the dark water, and with every ripple, your imagination runs wild. Because this isn't just a lake, it's the home of the world-famous Loch Ness monster, lovingly known as Nessie. For decades, people from all over the globe have come here, hoping to catch a glimpse of the elusive creature. There are photographs, sonar scans, and stories told by locals that fuel the legend. But Nessie has remained just out of reach, making the mystery even more enchanting. Whether you believe or not, the idea of something ancient hiding beneath the surface adds a thrilling layer to the loch's already dramatic beauty. But there's more to Loch Ness than the legend. Along its banks stands the majestic ruin of Urquhart Castle, a historic fortress with a front-row view of the water. These weathered stones have witnessed centuries of battles, sieges, and royal intrigue. Today, they provide the perfect spot to soak in panoramic views of the loch, especially during sunset when the sky turns gold and the water reflects the fading light. Take a scenic cruise across the loch. The silence, broken only by the lapping waves and the hum of the boat, is hypnotic. On board, guides share tales of ancient clans, Viking invasions, and of course, Nessie sightings. Beneath the water lies more than just mystery. There are shipwrecks, ancient relics, and some of the darkest, deepest waters in all of Britain. The nearby town of Drumnadrochit is a hub for Nessie hunters and history buffs alike. Visit the Loch Ness Centre and Exhibition, where high-tech displays and historic evidence walk you through the science, folklore, and global obsession surrounding the monster. It's fascinating, fun, and a great stop for families and explorers of all ages. Four. Glasgow, modern culture meets heritage. Glasgow, Scotland's largest city, is where old-world charm meets a bold, creative pulse. Unlike the romantic Highlands or medieval cities, Glasgow dazzles with its dynamic blend of grit, grandeur, and grit again, but always in the most stylish way. Once a mighty industrial powerhouse, this city has reinvented itself as a vibrant hub of art, music, and cultural energy. Walking through Glasgow feels like stepping into an open-air gallery with ornate Victorian buildings on one corner, edgy street art on the next, and live music floating out from somewhere nearby. Start your journey in George Square, the beating civic heart of the city, surrounded by grand architectural landmarks like the city chambers, whose interior rivals the elegance of any European palace. Just a short walk away is Buchanan Street, the shopping spine of Glasgow, buzzing with performers, boutique stores, and stunning architecture from the 19th century. It's not just a shopper's dream, it's a place where style and culture collide. Venture into the West End, where creativity oozes from every cafe, theatre, and bookstore. The area is home to the University of Glasgow, one of the oldest in the world. Its Hogwarts-like buildings, cloaked in ivy and mystery, are a dream to explore. Nearby, the Botanic Gardens offer a peaceful retreat, with glass houses full of exotic plants and winding riverside walks. But Glasgow doesn't live in the past. It roars into the present, with one of the UK's most iconic live music scenes. Known as the City of Music by UNESCO, it has launched countless stars and still hosts hundreds of gigs every week. From legendary venues like King Tut's Wah Wah Hut, where Oasis was discovered, to the grand Barrowland Ballroom, music is woven into the soul of the city. Glasgow also shines with modern architecture. The Riverside Museum, designed by Zaha Hadid, is a futuristic structure that tells the story of transport and travel through time. Right next to it, the tall ship Glencoe, a 19th century sailing ship, lets you step aboard a piece of nautical history. Glasgow is not just a place to visit, it's a place to feel. Glencoe, a Highland masterpiece. Glencoe is not just one of the most breathtaking places in Scotland, it's one of the most emotionally powerful landscapes in the world. Tucked deep within the rugged Scottish Highlands, this narrow glacial valley is a place of soaring peaks, tumbling waterfalls, and endless mist that drifts like ghosts over the heather-covered hills. Every turn reveals a view more dramatic than the last, and yet there's a quiet stillness here, something sacred, something that moves you without words. But Glencoe is more than scenery, it's a place steeped in memory. This is the site of one of the most heartbreaking events in Scottish history, the massacre of Glencoe. In 1692, under a false oath of hospitality, members of the MacDonald clan were betrayed and killed by government soldiers who had stayed as their guests. Today, as you stand in the valley, surrounded by silence and stone, it's hard not to feel the echoes of that betrayal. The land remembers, and the haunting beauty of Glencoe carries that story with every gust of wind. Driving through the A82 road, often called one of the most scenic drives in the world, you'll pass through cinematic landscapes that have inspired films like Braveheart, Skyfall, and Harry Potter. The towering Three Sisters of Glencoe, a trio of steep, rugged mountains, rise like guardians of ancient tales. These majestic peaks offer not only stunning views, but also incredible hiking trails, from gentle walks to challenging climbs, all surrounded by sheer wilderness. For those seeking adventure, Lost Valley, Cairngorms, offers an unforgettable trek into a hidden gorge once used by the MacDonalds to hide stolen cattle. It's a mysterious, secluded spot where the cliffs close in and time seems to stop. Meanwhile, Islay et Inverness, one of Scotland's most photographed mountains, stands proudly at the entrance to the valley, an iconic pyramid-shaped peak that looks straight out of a fantasy world. Six, Stirling, the gateway to the Highlands. If there's one place in Scotland where history comes alive with every stone, every field, and every echo in the air, it's Stirling. Often called the gateway to the Highlands, Stirling is where the fate of Scotland was shaped. It's a place where kings were crowned, battles were fought, and legends were born. And yet, beyond its deep historical roots, Stirling offers timeless views, charming streets, and a spirit that bridges past and present in the most beautiful way. At the heart of it all stands the mighty Stirling Castle, perched atop a rocky hill, overlooking the River Forth and the surrounding countryside. This grand fortress was once the residence of Scottish royalty, including Mary, Queen of Scots, who was crowned here as a baby. Walk through the Great Hall, admire the royal chambers, and stand on the castle walls, where you can almost hear the echoes of knights, nobles, and the thundering clash of battles from centuries past. The views from the ramparts stretch far across the Highlands and Lowlands, reminding you of Stirling's strategic and symbolic power. But no visit to Stirling is complete without honouring the warrior who helped change Scotland's destiny, William Wallace. Just a short distance from the city centre stands the towering Wallace Monument, a majestic tribute to the hero of the Battle of Stirling Bridge. Climb the 246 steps to the top, and you'll be rewarded with a sweeping view of the very battlefield where Wallace led the Scots to a legendary victory in 1297. Inside, exhibits tell the story of his life and legacy, including a display of what is believed to be his actual broadsword, nearly as tall as a man and just as awe-inspiring. The battlefield itself, Stirling Bridge, is still here. Quiet now, but forever sacred. Stand near the river and imagine the roar of thousands, the courage it took, and the dream of freedom that drove them. Inverness, capital of the Highlands. Inverness, often called the capital of the Highlands, is a city where nature's beauty, rich history, and Scottish culture come together in perfect harmony. Nestled along the banks of the River Ness and surrounded by rolling hills, this charming city feels like a peaceful haven in the heart of the Scottish Highlands, a gateway to some of Scotland's most breathtaking landscapes. As you stroll through the city, the Ness Bridge stands as a welcoming symbol, its elegant arches stretching across the river, offering stunning views of both the town and the wild terrain beyond. The river itself is enchanting, with calm waters reflecting the sky above and the trees lining the banks, creating a serene atmosphere that invites you to slow down and take in the surroundings. Just a short walk away, you'll find St. Andrew's Cathedral, an architectural gem on the banks of the River Ness. Built in the 19th century, this striking cathedral stands out with its red sandstone exterior and beautiful stained glass windows. Inside, the quiet reverence is matched only by the serene beauty of the surroundings. It's a perfect spot for reflection, a moment to absorb the spiritual essence of Inverness. Nearby, the Culloden battlefield awaits. This historic site, where the final Jacobite uprising came to a tragic end in 1746, holds deep significance for Scotland. The windswept moorland still echoes with the ghosts of the fallen soldiers, and a visit here is a sobering but powerful way to connect with Scotland's tumultuous past. The Culloden Visitor Centre offers a thought-provoking exhibition that brings the story of the battle to life, with personal accounts and historical artifacts that immerse you in the moment. Fort William and Ben Nevis, adventure capital. Nestled at the foot of the majestic Ben Nevis, the highest mountain in the United Kingdom, Fort William is a true haven for adventurers and nature lovers alike. Known as the adventure capital of the UK, this small town in the Scottish Highlands is the starting point for some of the most thrilling outdoor activities you can imagine. From hiking and climbing to skiing and mountain biking. Whether you're here for an adrenaline rush or to simply bask in the glory of Scotland's wild beauty, Fort William has something for everyone. For seasoned climbers, the north face of Ben Nevis is one of the most renowned climbing spots in the UK, offering routes that will test even the most experienced adventurers. In winter, the mountain becomes a popular destination for ice climbing, attracting climbers from all over the world to scale its frozen waterfalls and icy rock faces. But Ben Nevis is just the beginning of what Fort William has to offer. The surrounding Nevis Range is a year-round playground for outdoor enthusiasts. In the winter months, it transforms into a premier ski resort, offering slopes that cater to every skill level. From gentle beginner runs to challenging downhill descents, skiers and snowboarders can glide through the snow, all while surrounded by dramatic mountain scenery. The Nevis Range Mountain Gondola is a perfect way to take in the beauty of the area, offering breathtaking views as it carries you up the mountain to enjoy both skiing in winter and hiking in summer. Fort William is also a key stop on the Jacobite steam train route, made famous by the Harry Potter films. This iconic train journey takes you through some of Scotland's most stunning landscapes, crossing the viaduct at Glenfinnan, which has become a pilgrimage for fans of the series. Whether you're a Potterhead or simply a lover of breathtaking scenery, the journey is an absolute must. St Andrews, birthplace of golf and seaside charm. Next, we head to the elegant town of St Andrews, known as the home of golf, a centre of academia, and a dreamy seaside escape. Golfers from around the world pilgrimage to the Old Course, the world's oldest golf course. Even if you don't play, walking the fairways where legends like Tiger Woods have competed is magical. St Andrews is also a university town, home to St Andrews University, one of the oldest in the world. The medieval campus, cloisters, and atmospheric libraries will transport you to a different age. Don't miss the haunting ruins of St Andrew's Cathedral. Once the largest church in Scotland, it now stands in romantic ruin by the sea. Climb St Rule's Tower for panoramic views of the coast. Take a stroll along West Sands Beach, famous for the opening scene of Chariots of Fire. The long, flat beach is ideal for walks, picnics, and windblown selfies.